Hi everyone, Shrike here, and she's finally here as well. Homa is finally coming to Sword of Convalaria. We've been looking forward to her for ever since we were introduced to her, right before the Sandmaid Scales event. So now that she is a reality instead of a possibility, let's look at her kit. Before I go any further, if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I'm Shrike. I cover gacha games. The extent to which I cover them will largely depend on whether I think it's worth my time or not. So if you like gacha games, or this game in particular, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Right, let's look at the trait first. Ignore block increases physical attack by 20%. When healthy, the movement speed is increased by 1. Good. After a player or the friendly unit that Baloo is staying on attacks, it will call Baloo to continue attacking. Okay, so she puts Baloo, the bird, on a unit, and when that unit attacks, Baloo will do a follow-up attack. That's what it sounds like. To continue attacking, causing physical damage equal to 40% of its own physical attack value. Of the unit that it's paired with? Of their attack value? That's interesting. Stealing 2 random buffs and 1 energy for Homa. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, her initial ability that she starts with is select an enemy within the cross range, deal 135% damage, and knock them back 2 squares. Not useless. Oh, this reminds me. She's not just a breaker. She is a breaker, but she's not just a breaker. If you see this here, crossbow. We've had crossbow units before, but we've never had a breaker crossbow unit. Every breaker unit we have right now is a melee, except the Papal Pikeman, I think, can throw her spear. I don't know. I've never actually used her, but she seems to have a bit of range on her attacks. But she's still not a ranged unit. Homa will be a ranged breaker. We haven't had that yet. Very exciting. Where was I? Oh, knocking back 2 squares. Pretty useful. I can see using that. Probably not going to keep it on your loadout, but you'll slot it in if you need to deal with some annoying tower enemies. Circling aid, support instant. Allow Baloo to stay on the target, giving it move up 2, jump. Both parties gain attack up 2 during this period. When calling Baloo to attack or heal. Is this a different bird? Or just a weird translation? Because I know she has 2 birds. She's got the red one here, and oh, she actually has 3. So I wonder if she has 2 birds that do two different things. Let's look at this. Yeah, it looks like Baloo... No, let Baloo stay on the target, giving it move up 2 and all that. And then when Baloo is summoned to attack or heal, the corresponding skill effect is multiplied by 1.5, lasting for 2 rounds. Okay. Yeah, so that is a mistranslation here. Baloo is the same thing as Baloo. So let's read this again. Baloo stays on the target. This is what puts him on the friendly unit. It's an instant too, which is good. Gives it move up 2, jump. Both parties gain attack up 2 during this period. Which is the bird and the person he's attached to, or Homa and the person he's attached to? Probably the bird. Okay. When calling Baloo to attack or heal, how can you make him heal? It will cause 1.5 times the effect of the corresponding skill, which lasts for 2 rounds. Okay. Tacit choice. You choose to use Wing Flutter or Cool Breeze. Now let's go look at what those are. Okay, Wing Strike or Cold Breeze? Cool Breeze. You're not going to tell me what they are you? Well, you are completely useless, aren't you? Shield Break. Passive. Attack possession shield when attacking an enemy Oh, that just hurt my head to read. These translations. When attacking an enemy with a shield, attack increases by 30% and ignores 40% of defense. Yeah, we've seen that. Harmony. At the end of the action, if you have normally attacked or used a skill, heal all allies within 2 squares of yourself for 20% of your physical attack value and dispel 1 debuff. That's the one you choose. And the reaction skill, when attack damage taken is reduced by 8% after being attacked, you gain move up 2 for 2 turns. She's pretty mobile. Flying Shadow Game, though, this one seems very Homa specific. Before being attacked by a melee attack from the back or side, call Shahin. New bird. Shahin to first inflict blindness on the opponent. That's important, because they could miss because they are blind. And actually now I'm seeing a use for Hasna, because she's immune to blind. So she could be a good PvP answer to a Homa team. Interesting. For 1 round and can be activated once per round at most. After dodge, perform counterattack. Dodge. It doesn't say that she gets dodge, which can cause 70% physical damage and retreat 2 squares. Okay, I think this is saying that it inflicts blindness, and then you gain dodge. And if it dodges, then you counterattack on that attack. I don't know, that seems pretty powerful for just a reaction skill, and retreats 2 squares. I don't know. I'm sure I'm reading that wrong. Most reaction skills are like take 20% less ranged damage. This is, you blind them when they attack you, you dodge them, you counterattack, and then you retreat 2 squares. That seems pretty powerful. Moving on to Scattering. Physical damage deals 70% area damage to all enemies in a 3x3 area in the target direction it applies. Move down 1 for 2 turns. Okay. Little AoE. Little AoE slow. Brawl Shooter. Passive normal attack. Attacks adjacent enemies. If there is an enemy within 1 square of the player's range, the attack is increased by 15%, and the critical hit rate is increased by 30%. If there's an enemy within 1 square of the player's range. Okay. That seems fine. Yeah, both of these seem not bad. I think I'm leaning towards this one more, but I don't really know how you'd use her. Is she a bruiser? This seems like a bruisery type ability. Like this one, paired with Flying Shadow Game, seems like she's trying to be a Tristan. I'm not really sure that's how you build her. What do I know? Fighting Blades. No, this is her basic attack replacement. Fighting Blades, single target attack causing 100% physical damage. After attacking, you can move again, and the distance is the remaining movement plus 1. Love that. Love that. Frost Strike. Didn't know she had a ice theme with her. Normal attack deals 100% physical damage and applies move down 1 to enemies in healthy state for 1 round. I don't like the healthy condition. I mean, it's just move down 1. How bad would it have been to just have no condition? Okay, so is this... yeah, this is 1 target in that range. It says to enemies in healthy state, but it's only a 1 target. And they have to be in the healthy state, and it only gives them move down 1. I'm not really impressed by that. Fighting Blades, I like though. You take that one, in my opinion. Let's see, Pierce. Physical damage, single target attack, dealing 150% damage when the target is in injured state, dealing an additional 20% damage when the target is dead, dealing an additional 40% damage. How are you dealing damage when the target is dead? Okay, let's see here. Single target, single attack, causing 150% damage, then the target is hurt. Oh, near death. Okay. Near death, it causes an additional 40% damage. Well, if it's near death, you don't really need the extra damage. I'd rather it be the other way around. It deals extra 40 damage in healthy, when he's healthy, and the damage goes down as they get more injured, because you don't need as much damage then. But maybe I'm an idiot. Reshiram Carnival. The team that has the target and Balor stay on... Nope. Wow. Anyway. The target and the teammate where Balor stays gains... This isn't much better, but it's a little better. Gains noise, and then deals 60% physical range damage to all enemies within 2 squares of the target. Then apply no active skills and no passive skills to enemies within the target range. All effects last for 2 rounds. After the skill is released, Balor stays on the target for 2 rounds. Yeah, this is absolutely what you take. Why is there even another option? This is his second way, her second way of putting a bird on someone. Okay, it seems like Baloo, or Balur, is the only one that actually gets put on someone. The other one is this. Shahin only comes to blind someone right before she's attacked. He doesn't go on a unit. Or she. But I like this one. It's a burst. It's an AoE. The target and the teammate where Balor stays gain noise. I hope you can tell me what noise is at least. Noisy? Buff. Dodge the first single attack. Can be effective once per round at most. Oh. This is where she gets the dodge. I don't think Flying Shadow Game gives her dodge now. I think that without her 11th rank skill, Hashiran Circus or Carnival or whatever, then this just is a reaction that blinds them when they attack. And it says that if you do dodge, then you counterattack and retreat 2 squares. So the Flying Shadow Game will have to be paired with Hashiram Carnival to give her the dodge. The target and the teammate where Balor stays gains noise, which will give her the dodge. And then deals 60% damage to all enemies within 2 squares of the target. Okay, so you could target anyone near you, and then also whoever Baloo is with. No matter where they are on the map, that would be cool. If they're on the other side of the map, they still get this dodge ability. That would be useful. And after the skill is released, Baloo stays on the target for 2 rounds. Yeah, no passive skills, no active skills. That's also very good. So I'm seeing... Well, I have no idea if this is going to be good or not. So, don't know about first level. But yeah, we choose this one, Harmony. Then we choose Flying Shadow Game. Then we choose Scattering. Then we choose Fighting Blades. And then we choose Hashiram Carnival. That's the play. That's the build. So, who else is excited about her? The question we need to answer now is she a must-pull? Do we pull her, or don't we? And the answer's a dur. She's gonna be crazy good. She's absolutely a must-pull. If you have any summons, you should probably be using them on her. Unless you just don't like the character. I mean, feel free to do you, but she's gonna be very good. I've saved up about 30 pulls. A whopping 30. And I skipped August completely. And I've saved up a whopping 30. So, whoop-de-doo. I'll see if I get her. I might not. But that's it for me. I'm gonna fly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.